What's good, everybody? Sacred Eagle here. I am battling allergies and I'm tired. So bear with me through this video. This video is going to talk about the things that have happened today, and what could happen in the next 40 minutes before free agency or when free agency starts. By the time you're seeing this video, free agency has probably begun, but we've already gotten word about the Eagles signing Torrey Smith. So let's get right into this. Torrey Smith is now a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is actually a pretty decent move that they could have made because, well, for one, Torrey Smith, he's only like, 28, 29? 28 years old. Just turned 28 not too long ago. And he can stretch the field. This is what the Eagles have been needing so badly since the release of Jeremy Maclin. We need somebody to stretch the field, open up more possibilities for Carson Wentz down the field, and really just to help keep the eyes off of our tight ends, wide receivers, and, let Carson Wentz be a little bit more free. And, because the issue with the Eagles is that we didn't have that speedy receiver that could help get the defense's eyes off of the offensive line, Carson Wentz, when they were passing. There was nothing to really worry about. So Torrey Smith, yes, he's 28, drafted in, 2011? He could definitely help this team out in 2017. So if you are an Eagles fan and you do not have that much faith in him, give him a chance. I feel that he'll do good because he's already proven himself to be a really good weapon in the past with Baltimore and with the 49ers. So, yeah, I predicted this 5 months ago. I predicted him coming to Philly, so it's really cool to see him coming to Philly, in my opinion. And we released Connor Barwin at the same time. That took away a good amount of money in the cap, about $6 million, something around that area. He was released. They sent out an entire message to him, and he messaged everyone else and the Eagles back. I hope to see him have success somewhere else, on or off the field. He was a great player, still is a great player, and he's a great person as well. So I can't wait to see where he lands next in his career, or if he goes to, NFL Network or CBS or something along those lines. Who knows? And recently, well, before I get on, there is Naheed Good. He's coming back. The Eagles were eyeing Kenny Britt, but he decided to be a dick and go to Cleveland for more money. And now, with that being said, the Eagles really kind of lost some kind of, leverage or to get somebody else that could stretch the field. Torrey Smith, sure, but Kenny Britt, he's younger and he had a breakout season last year. So it was a good pickup by Cleveland. Now, if they could keep Terrell Pryor, say the Eagles get Terrell Pryor, that'd be great. But Alshon Jeffrey has been saying that he is leaning towards going to Philly. This is the highlight of the video because there is a lot of talk about Alshon Jeffrey, whether or not he's a good fit, whether or not he's just doing it for the money like DeMarco Murray did back 2 years ago. My personal belief is that this is the team that can maybe help him win something. If he were to stay with Chicago, he wouldn't win anything because they are starting to rebuild. The Eagles, realistically, are not doing an entire rebuilding process. They have their quarterback. They do need a running back, yes. They do need a cornerback, yes. But they just got one wide receiver that can help stretch the field in our struggling offense. Our tight ends are pretty solid now that we brought back Trey Burton, and we already have Zach Ertz and Brett Selleck locked down. There's nothing much else to change, but one more wide receiver that can really be a reliable guy, and that's what Alshon Jeffrey is. He isn't that old, guys. Let me look up his age. I'm pretty sure he is 26. Let's look him up real quick. I'm pretty sure he's 26 years old, and he is. He just turned 27 on Valentine's Day. That's not that bad. One, he's a veteran, drafted in 2012. That's one thing. Two, he's a really big receiver who can, one, stretch the field, and two, make big plays. Like Julio Jones kind of plays, except not as explosive, I guess you could say. He can make an incredible catch, triple covered in the back of the end zone. That kind of a play. Something that the Eagles did not have at all. Sure, Dorial Green-Beckham, he was a red zone threat, but he had issues getting one, getting with the system in a short amount of time. He was brought in midway through preseason. Sure, he should have maybe gotten into the rhythm of the system later on into the season, which he kind of did. He made some pretty decent plays, but Nelson Aguilar did nothing. He took away a possible victory against Seattle by taking away Zach Ertz's 70-yard catch and run, along with just making terrible drops along the entire season. Alshon Jeffrey, his hands are like glue. You don't see him dropping passes. Torrey Smith, he's had a few breakout seasons. I feel this combination, and along with Jordan Matthews, regardless of if we trade him or not, because then we have Bryce Treggs and Paul Turner and Dorial Green-Beckham. I still have faith in him. I want to see Nelson Aguilar go. If we trade Jordan Matthews, we better get something in return. Something big in return, in my opinion, Something that is actually worth something. But Alshon Jeffrey, leaning towards the Eagles' offer, I think it works. I think the productivity between him and Torrey Smith would be great.